Melissa May tells us about a local nonprofit that's helping people go from simply having a roof over their heads to having a home.
What? This does not look like our house.
This is so beautiful. It's so nice.
What?
Thank you so much.
That's Rita Chavez and her son Dominick seeing their fully furnished home in Chula Vista for the first time. Pretty homey, right? But it didn't always look like this. This is what the apartment looked like just a few days before. No furniture, no Christmas tree, not even a family photo. Before getting their place, the Chavezes were living in the South County Lighthouse in National City. It's an emergency shelter run by the San Diego Rescue Mission.
I was going through a lot. I was having problems with certain people, and I had some addiction problems as well, and it closed roads for me, so I needed a new start.
Scott Miner was Rita's.
Rita was the person that was able to grind and work her way, and she just was hungry. She was refused to go back to the streets and for her son Dominick, and so she worked very hard. She put in the work.
The work included completing legal paperwork, doing chores, and staying sober. And because Rita did her part, Miner was able to find them an apartment, making them the first official graduates from the South County Lighthouse.
They pushed us like to say everything's gonna be okay, you are gonna get a home.
But that home was an empty apartment with nothing more than blankets and pillows on the floor. That's where Humble Design San Diego comes in.
It's one thing to have shelter, to have a space, but it's another thing to make it a home, and a step further, a home that is catered to the individual or individuals that are inside.
Courtney Brown is a designer for Humble. The nonprofit designs and fully furnishes home interiors for people transitioning out of homelessness.
There's a dignity in having a home and not having to worry about having a bed to sleep in or not being able to have pots and pans to cook with. And everybody deserves that.
Humble has a 15,000 square foot warehouse in Logan Heights full of donated furniture and housewares.
My favorite thing about Humble is all the hands and people that go into it, from somebody who's just making a donation and how that donation comes to our warehouse. It's touched by volunteers, it's pulled by volunteers, and it ends up coming to a space to better somebody's life.
Bettering Rita's life started with an initial client meeting. This is where Courtney and her team got to know Rita, what motivates her, and what a home means to her.
With relatives, everybody, where you guys can unite in a one place, in one area, to have a lot of good times, together.
This is the first time that she has a say in the design of her space.
I would like a little recliner right there.
Recliner?
If you could get, a little sofa recliner right there in the corner. I want an altar in my room where I could put Jesus' face and the archangels, and like I said, like crystals, quartz, like tourmaline, all my little stuff, like obsidian, just crystals. I like stuff like that. It relaxes me.
Throughout the meeting, Rita told the designers her son had one request.
He really told me to let everybody know that he wants a console. So he really wants one.
Then it was time for the designers to choose what would fill that empty apartment.
Come back to the space and I think about Rita as a person and what she would want and just kind of the energy she brings, and I try to find items that match that.
3 days later, the child was out of the apartment for a few hours, while Team Humble came in to transform it with some help from the San Diego Padres Foundation. Then Rita and Dominick came home for the big reveal, what Humble calls the client's day of joy.
Oh my God, this is perfect.
Remember the altar Rita requested?
This is perfect. This is what I want.
That wasn't me.
This is more perfect than I thought.
And the recliner?
Oh my God, shut up. You guys remembered.
And remember the one thing Dominick wanted? A gaming console? He got it, thanks to the Padres Foundation.
No way.
Look at this.
This is no way.
I really wanted that.
Merry Christmas, bud.
I wasn't planning to cry, but I'm going to cry.
Rita says she's going to treat her home with care and make visitors feel as welcome as she felt during her day of joy.
It was overwhelming. It was overwhelming because nobody ever did this for us. No, this is the first time anybody ever has did anything like that for us.
To date, Team Humble has furnished 450 San Diego homes.
I feel safe. I feel like nobody could come in here and do anything. Just, I don't know, it just makes it home. That's the perfect word. That's the key word, home.
Melissa May, KPBS News.
Volunteer